Hi, I'm Rebecca Christoph Keller. I'm a teacher here at Vassar Elementary, 4th grade math. All right, boys and girls, everybody's going to be on Odyssey while we do our remediation. When I call you, y'all come to my table. I need to see Lexi and Charity first. Now look what it says for Tia again. Read what it says for Tia again.
Tia has 104 more beads.
It has 204 more beads than Stella. So whose would be bigger, Stella's or Tia's?
Tia's.
Yeah, so are we gonna, when you're subtracting, would you get a larger number or a smaller number?
Smaller number.
When you,
I mean a larger number.
Yeah, you're right, it's when you're subtracting, but this is 100 more, so you're gonna get a larger number. So what operation should we have done?
We should have subtracted.
Why do you subtract?
Added.
Why do you need to add?
Because T doesn't have more beads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So fix your answers for me. Friends, anyway. All right, close it up. Let's go. On your mark, get set, think. Got 1 minute. Do as much as you can in that 1 minute. Let's stop. Let's check our answers. Ready? 4.
Yes.
40.
Yes.
44.
Yes.
2.
Yes.
40.
Yes.
42.
Yes.
6.
Yes.
90.
Yes.
96.
Yes.
What's number 10?
50.
Yes. 100.
Yes.
Today's lesson we're going to be solving multi-step word problems. All right, let's do a little bit more fluency before we move on to today's lesson. So I need everybody to take their board. Okay, on the board, I want you to use a standard algorithm we've been learning in math to solve for this first problem. When you got it, reveal it. Let's go. 773 times 2. When you got the answer, reveal for me. Yes, yes. Move to the next one. Yes. Move to the next one. Yes, yes, yes. When you're carrying 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 0 is how much? 0. So you just add the one that you brought over. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. All right, I need you to erase your board, except if you're writing a word problem. So I'm going to put the timer on about 5 or 6 minutes. And we'll stop and we'll discuss what we've done so far on your problem. All right? And you may begin.
Okay,
Okay, so when you spend money, do you get more or less? Yeah, of course. Awesome.
I got 823. Did you subtract and then subtract 154 minus 132? And we gotta subtract that out. And we gotta subtract 955 with $132 because you spent that on new clothes.
Okay, so we're gonna make our sentence. Okay, wait. Yeah. Our sentence.
I like how y'all are helping him out.
Yeah, I did.
That's right. So does the store give you more money back or less money? Yeah, so that's a good reason why we subtract. I agree with you, Julie. Put your pencils down, please. Let's discuss. All right, so we have one person put $823, and the other groups put $823. So y'all came up with the same solution. Would anybody like to share in their groups how you came to that solution? You don't have to write it. You can just say it.
For my sentence, I put Sam has $823 left. Does anyone have anything different that has the same answer but did anything different?
Y'all did it that way?
Answer.
I want everybody to skip to number 4 for me. I'm going to give you about 5 or 6 minutes. We're going to skip number 3. So I want you to do number 4 for me. The question says the answer is 425. And so I want you and your group to come up with a problem that equals 425. And it can't be a one-step problem. I want a multi-step word problem that would answer, the answer is going to be 425. Okay, so that's what I want the answer to be. So I want y'all to talk about it. I want to hear lots of collaboration. You may begin.
We can't do our because we're not taking it. The total get the answer by 425 divided by 5 times as much. How much slices do we have?
Okay, so what operations are you having to do to solve that problem?
First, you have to do
Okay, and what you're going to get when you do that? You're going to get 425, huh?
how about so we could do 95?
Well, no, you want to make it multi-steps. So then when you can just say, just add that more people brought 5 times as many. Beautiful. So how are you going to sit in a word problem? Wait, how many shoes she has? 200 shoes. Whoa, that's a lot of shoes. And then what's going to happen? What were you going to say? Okay. Or maybe if y'all were talking about shoes in the first one. Okay. All right. That's up to y'all. Y'all just, I know we talking about shoes here, DeMario. You want to think about some guys can wear too, probably. All right. What else? But guys wear shoes. Yeah, but most guys don't have 200 pairs. Huh? All right, so y'all come up with it. I'll be checking. Everybody in here did an awesome job with this sentences, and I'm very proud of y'all. Let's hear some of these groups. I'm gonna hear from this group first. So y'all can begin sharing the first group. What y'all, the LSUs, are gonna share first? I was looking for my thing. It's not coming on. Okay, your eyeballs and ears are on that group over there.
Our sentences are, Ava has 200 shoes.
Hold on. Ava, I'm going to write for y'all, has 200 shoes. Okay?
She needs 3 closets to fit them all.
3 closets to fit them all.
But she can't fit 175 pairs of shoes.
So she can't fit how many?
175
pairs of shoes.
How many shoes does she have left?
How many does she have left? Who can, not in that group, tell me how you would solve for this problem? One person? 2, 3 people? Okay, we can discuss. Come on, talk about it. It's okay.
You would subtract 200 minus 175.
Would y'all agree that she needs to subtract 200 and 175? But first, she said she fit what?
First, you have to multiply 200 times 3.
Okay, is that what y'all did? 200 times 3?
Yeah.
So they did 200 times 3. Well, when you're sharing, this is the closets, and this is 200. If you have 200 shoes, and you're trying to put them in 3 closets, what you have to do?
Divide.
You would be actually dividing, right?
Yeah.
Is that what y'all did?
No.
No. So and when we divide, 3 goes into 20 how many times?
Wait, no.
How many times will 3 go into 20?
6.
6 times. 20 minus 18 is how much? 2. We bring down here. And then we continue doing that. We'd have a remainder of 2. Is that what y'all did? Uh-oh. So we might need to reword that, huh? maybe instead of she has 200 shoes and she wants to fill, one closet can hold how many shoes? Can hold 200 shoes. And she has 3 closets, right? So then we can say 200 times 3 is 600. And then she can't fit 175. What did I do? Oh, my bad. She couldn't have 175. And so we would come up and is that what's the number? 435? What was the number supposed to be?
425.
425, so we'd have to say it was what? 85, huh?
Yeah.
But y'all had an awesome concept with it, and y'all did make a multi-step word problem, so I'm very proud of y'all with that. We just need to clarify about how to do it. Today we talked about we solved real life world problems. When might you need to use this in real life? When would we need to know how to solve these real world life problems, word problems, or multi-step word problems in real life? Julie, when we might need to do it?
When you're growing up, going to Walmart or something.
Okay, when you go into Walmart. When else is it important to know how to multiply? 85 times 5, we multiplied. If we didn't multiply, what would we have to do? What could we have done?
Make 5.
We could have added. And if we added, how many 85s would I have had to write?
3. 5.
I would have had to write 5 of them. Okay? When we add numbers like that, could we get the same answer? Yes, but why is it important to know the multiplication instead of the addition? Exactly. You can do it a lot faster. Today's lesson was about, I wanted the kids to be able to solve multi-step word problems. So I was remediating a few students at the beginning of the lesson to try to catch them back up from what they didn't master the concept of yesterday's lesson. So I was remediating in small groups. The other students at the computer working on the Odyssey program, which is individualized for each student. So each child actually has a prescription based off of a MAP test, was measure academic progress. So they had to take a test, and they were actually on Odyssey working on that to try and bridge their gap individually on their own. In the groups, I started off with an easier word problem to start them off with for them to work collaboratively. And then from there, I just kind of increased the level of it, or the rigor of it. And so by lesson 4, I actually gave them the answer, and then they had to formulate their own word problem, which some of the groups, if you notice, were having trouble doing that. So I kind of went and assisted a few of those groups. After they worked in the cooperative groups, after each, and I timed them purposely so they could collaborate to either correct their classmates' problems or to actually correct them or to agree with what they were doing. So some of the students went to the board to actually work out the problems, and they could talk it out. After that, after the lesson was completed, we ended up, I handed them an exit ticket, which is what I used for tomorrow's lesson. And so I can see who got it and who needs a little bit more remediation. So it might be the same 3 students I had today, or it might be 3 new students who might need a little bit extra help. So I always pull them to the side.